So this is the maiden voyage of the new Bat Rep room here at Tabletop Minions. You can see maybe the logo or two. And we're here with my friend Josh from Warstein Studios. You are a commission painter. You've got the Instagrams, you've got the Facebook.
Yep.
How long have you been commission painting?
A couple of years. I've been doing it on and off for about 10 years, miniature painting, but actually as a business for two to three.
Yeah. And the stuff, you can check it out on Instagram and all that below. Good looking work. I liked the big honkin' Cthulhu from that Death May Die. That was a lot of fun to paint.
That was quite a project.
Yeah, I'll bet. So Josh and I have known each other for a long time, and we're here and we're going to be playing some Kill Team. Now, you've played very little Kill Team, so this is a little bit of a learning game, and I'm not good at games in general, so it'll be a bit of a learning game for me as well. We're going to skip the scouting phase because it's kind of a pain. We're not really using too many of the tactical cards and stuff like that because, again, it's a little bit more of a learning game, and we're going to end at turn 5. So that's kind of how we're going to do it. You're running Blood Angels, predominantly Primaris. Yep. But you do have a couple of scouts in there. You got one with a heavy bolter.
Yes.
And one with a regular bolter.
And one with a knife.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
You got to bring a knife.
Got to bring a knife to a gunfight. It's a super important thing. And then, but your Primaris, you got a sergeant, like 3 regular dudes?
Yes, one veteran, 2 regular intercessors, and a sergeant.
And then you've got the Red Thirst, right?
Yes, their ability is to give them +1 to the wound roll in charging.
If they get charged, if they charge.
Yes.
And something else too, wasn't it?
If they pile in.
Oh, right, piling in, right, yeah. So, and I'm running Death Guard. So it's my standard 6 guys. I've got a leader with a plasma gun and a power fist. This is the power fist symbol. And then I've got, what else? I've got a fighter with a bubotic axe, and I've got a...
plasma gun?
No, plasma gun's on the leader. Who's the other guy that I have? Fighter and the plasma gun guy. And I've got the 3 brothers who are all standard Plague Marines. And who's the other? Oh, the Blight Launcher.
The Blight Launcher.
Yeah. So he'll be interesting. We'll see how that works. He's going to try to rain down some stuff. They've all got fancy names, which we're trying to remember, but we'll see how it goes. So
It'll go well. It'll go very well.
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, absolutely. So we're going to head into turn 1 and try to run through and see what we can make happen.
Knock the cobwebs off?
Yeah, absolutely.
This is editing, Uncle Adam. Just kind of gonna just sort of step in here as I'm working on this particular bat rep. This is my first battle report, and you know how when I'm telling folks who watch the channel who are new to painting or new to wargaming in general, I tell them how, like, your first model, it's not going to be real good, and don't get discouraged because, you know, no one's good right from the get. Everybody has to learn and get better. That's how life works. It's definitely how painting and wargaming and all that stuff works. It's also how bat reps work, as it turns out. So there's going to be a bunch of problems with this battle report, but I wanted to get it out because we filmed it just after Christmas 2019. So it's been sitting on the hard drive for a while, and I've shot another one since with a different camera. More about that later. But yeah, I just wanted to get it out there, and I want to let you folks know that this is a serious work in progress. This is first try. So let me know in the comments below, I don't know, suggestions, ideas, whatever. I can't guarantee I'll take all of them into account, obviously. But I just want to let you know that you shouldn't expect a ton out of this kind of following video. Boom.
All right, here's the board. We've got a street running through a pretty beat up old imperial city, and I've got a lot of ruins and things going on over there. We've done our deployment. I've got my 6 Death Guard. They're kind of all holed up over here. I've got my leader and my fighter. Up on top here is the guy with the Blight Launcher, whose name is Churlix Pussrain, just in case you're wondering. Churlix is going to hang out up here. And then we've got the brothers. One's over there, and 2 are over there. they're going up against the Blood Angels. We've got a scout over here, and everybody else, I think, is a Primaris?
2 scouts
Oh, 2 scouts.
3 intercessors.
Yep, they're pretty much all holed up over there, and behind some terrain and some other terrain and a lot of stuff like that. You've got 3 specialists. You've got a zealot, no, a veteran.
We have a veteran intercessor, a sniper, heavy bolter, scout, and the last one is the comms scout with a bolter.
Gotcha. I've only got 2 specialists. I've got my fighter, who's right here next to the leader, and I've got my demolitions guy up here, who is the guy with the blight launcher. So we're going to get started with turn 1. All right, so we've done all of our movement. My demolitions guy up here, whose name is Churlix Pusrain, he is up on top. He's readied. We've got the brothers, these 2 brothers over here, readied and readied. The leader, kind of hanging down there, is also readied. We've got this person who has moved up with the other brother. And our combat guy ran across, and he's kind of in cover. He's got enough cover. But we'll see how that works out. What did the Blood Angels do? We've got a scout that looks like he's run up.
So we've basically stuck with our castling. Everybody is readied with the exception of Brother Ranzel, who we've advanced into the fray to be slaughtered.
Well, that's good. And everybody else is still kind of hiding back in that building, setting up, ready to do some gunfire. All right, so the first one of the brothers, Malignus Volgar, is going to fire over there at that scout hiding in that old tank. He's within half distance of his bolter, which means he gets to rapid fire, which means 2 dice. He would normally hit on 3s, but because he's in cover over there, we're going to be hitting on 4s. Let's see what we get. We've got 2 5s, so that's 2 hits. And then for wounding, what's the...
Toughness 4.
Toughness 4 on that scout? So I need 4s. I got 1 wound.
1 save. Looking for a 4-up, or is it a 3-up for cover?
No, that
cover doesn't affect armor. Okay.
So nope, not armor. No.
Looking for a 4-up. All right, 3. So he's going to take a wound.
He is going to potentially take a wound.
Okay, and then what is the process for that one?
So yeah, it's just like differently than 40k. What you do is you roll 1 through 3, and then he's it's a flesh wound.
1 through 3 is a flesh wound.
Yes.
Right. So to determine what kind of a wound it is, I got a 3.
Okay.
So he takes a single flesh wound.
He has 1 flesh wound.
Which is what we use these for?
Yep, absolutely. Just to be clear, because he's in cover, the injury roll, he would have gotten just a flesh wound on a 1 through 4 instead of 1 through 3. He only would have gone out of action on a 5 or 6. When you're in cover, that's when you get kind of a little extra benefit to being in cover when the injury comes. All right, this little hidden scout over here is holding a pretty big gun, and he's got a friend over here who's going to give him a bonus in comms, and we're going to see exactly what happens when that guy fires. Where's he shooting?
So we have the heavy bolter is going to shoot at the blight launcher over here.
Oh, okay, over here at Churlix Pusrain. All right, that's fine. Churlix is going to be able to take it.
So that'll be three shots from the heavy bolter, adding 1 for the comms.
Right, because the comms guy is going to pick that guy and give him a +1. Plus, because you're the...
He's a sniper.
He's a sniper.
He will be re-rolling
ones.
Re-rolling ones. Okay,
Absolutely.
So 3 shots. Hitting on 3s.
Boy.
All of them will hit.
Yep.
No 1s, no re-rolls.
Okay. And then now you got to roll for wounds. I'm toughness 5, but that's a heavy bolter.
So I believe heavy bolter is strength 5.
Yeah, I believe so too.
Yep. So we are looking for 4s.
Indeed.
All right. The minion dice are hot today.
Yeah, I guess so. All right, so I've got 4 wounds. Three wounds to take care of. Oops, I kicked the table. I need more dice. All right. I did not pass 2 of them. All right, so I'm going to have to take probably some wounds. Actually, that big heavy gun fired from over in that building over there, that's got a -1 AP. So even the 3 that I did barely roll for my save didn't count. So I'm going to be taking 3 disgustingly resilient rolls, and hopefully I can pull it off on a 5 or a 6. We'll see.
Oh.
Well, I got a 6, I got a 4, and I threw a die on the floor. No. Okay, so I take 2.
Dice.
So I've got 2 dice. You're going to roll 2 wounds. Now, I'm in cover, so you're going to get you're going to have to, 1 through 4, I'm okay.
1 through 4, okay. So I got a 2 and a 2. You take 2 flesh wounds.
2 flesh wounds. All right, so he's taken some slaps, but I think the Churlix here is going to, before he goes completely away, he's going to fire and retaliate back over here at the scout. He's going to be using the Blight Launcher, which is Assault 2. It's going to be a tough roll, but he's going to give it a try. So he's normally 3 to hit. He's going to be 4 because of cover, 5, 6 because of his flesh wounds. So he's only going to be hitting on 6s. So I get 2 shots, hopefully hitting on 6s. I get nothing. I get a 4 and a 1. All right, so Brother Seraphim, the Primaris over here, hiding behind this busted up tank turret, going to fire over here at the Blight Launcher, try to take him out. So he's firing a bolt rifle. It's got 30-inch range. He's within 15. And so you get 2 shots, right. And you need to hit on 4s.
Looking for 4s. All right, we got a 2 and a 1. He whiffs on both of them.
All right.
So Pustulus is safe.
No, Pustulus is the leader. This is Churlix.
Oh, Churlix. Churlix is safe.
Indeed. All right, so my leader's going to pull out that plasma gun he's got strapped to his back, and he's going to fire not at the scout and not at this Primaris, but the one way back here behind this busted up old motorcycle. That's over 12-inch range, so he's going to have a -1 to hit, and also -1 because he's in cover. So, and he's only shooting once because he doesn't have the rapid fire double tap range. So I need to hit on a 5, which I don't. So the leader fails. So in retaliation, Brother Ramudo over here, the Primaris, is going to fire back, but not at the leader, but more over here towards my combat specialist, Bile Ripper. Going to be firing over towards him, over 15, and technically in cover because of the scout. We double checked.
So 1 shot,
One
hitting
shot.
on a 5.
Indeed.
We got a 3. He whiffs. He lives to fight another day.
Got a lot of misses going on, but that's kind of the way it works in Kill Team. There's a lot of the length of the shot and the cover really turning your ballistic skills into something that you're not normally expecting in regular 40k. All right, so one of the 3 brothers on my team here, this is Rancidus, and he's going to be firing over here at this wounded scout, hiding over here in this busted tank. He's outside of 12 inches, which means he's going to have a -1 to hit. Also, his target is in cover, and he doesn't get to double tap with the rapid fire. So he's going to be rolling and hitting on a 5,
It was meant
which
to
he
be.
gets. There you go. All right, so now he's going to be wounding on a 4, hopefully. No, it's a 1.
Reroll, right?
Oh, yeah. No, because it's not a blight weapon. It's just a regular bolter. All right, and the communications scout specialist over there in the corner is going to do some firing, and he's going to be firing way over here at this guy. This is one of the brothers. This is Mac, and he's kind of standing out in the open. So you've got a 3 to hit, but then a 4 to hit, but not a 5 to hit because we don't have any cover.
All right, 1
Yep.
shot. I got a 3. He misses.
Those scouts, man.
That'll end his turn.
All right.
All right, Brother Lorenzo here
Way over there, hiding in the building. He's a Primaris sergeant.
is going to be shooting 1 shot at long range over at this Plague Marine here.
Mac.
Adding 1 for long range, so going from a 3 to a 4. I rolled a 4, so that's a hit.
That's a hit.
Strength on the weapon is a 4, toughness 5, looking for a 5. We got a 3, so
Not a
wound
wound.
is ignored.
All right. And I'm done with all my readied guys. You've still got another one left, I think. So
1 in the corner here.
One in the corner. Okay, we'll get to him in just a sec. So who we got going on over here?
Brother Castavar is going to be shooting at long range to the fighter.
Over
He's
here,
using
the
the
fighter.
bolt rifle, so it goes from ballistic skill 3. He's going to need ballistic skill 4.
And he's not in, or no, he is in cover.
He is in cover, and he's at long range, so we're going to add 2. I'm going to need a 5 to hit.
5 to hit.
So we got a 1. That is a whiff.
That is a whifferini. All right. Do you have any other guys who are ready for the shooting phase?
I do not. Everybody that I have has gone. The exception of him, he has the assault weapon.
He advanced. But he's got an assault weapon, right. Yeah,
So he has. I have one guy with a bolt pistol left.
Okay, I've still got a couple of shots left in the non-readied phase, and we'll get to that in just a sec. All right, so Mac, we're done with all the ready to shooting for this entire first turn, and now Mac down here, right in the middle next to the leader, he's going to be firing over here at the scout and going to try to clear him out. He's within 12, which means he's within half range of his bolter, which means he gets to fire twice, and he does not take the negative for the shot. So, going to be firing and hitting on 4s. Let's see if I can get something to happen. All right, we got 1 hit, so we've got the 5. That means I'm going to have to wound on a 4, which I do. All right, no AP, so you're going to have your normal...
Straight up 4-up save.
Yep.
I rolled a 1.
A 1,
The wound
all
goes
right.
through.
So now I get to roll. We screwed that up the last time, but this time I get to roll the wound on the guy, on the scout, and because you already have 1, yep. So basically 1 and 2 you're safe, but on a 3 you're not. So that guy is out of action. We've lost that scout right there.
Cover, right?
Yep. Oh wait, really?
Yeah. Being in cover is -1, +1, so 3 would be another flesh wound.
Oh, you're right.
So he's at 2 flesh wounds.
Yep, 2 flesh wounds. All right. Well, you know, sometimes we get these things wrong. All right, so basically nobody died. We've got a couple of flesh wounds over here on the gunner, and we've got a couple of flesh wounds over here on the scout. Now, we don't really need to take any morale tests because both of us are leadership 7, and we don't have the modifiers, you know, to take to make it so that we can break. So I think we're just going to skip over that and go on to turn 2. And in turn 2, I think we're going to try to actually start using our, you know, command points for once. I mean, we kind of forgot to do that in the first turn.
Advanced strategy.
Yeah, exactly.
Tactics.
Exactly. Tactics and strategy. It's a good idea. All right, so we're in the movement phase, which normally we don't show, but there's also going to be a charge. But what did you do before the charges?
So we kept the 3 gunners back here, the guys that are going to continue to shoot.
Hiding them, you know, in the building, kind of like, you know, the emperor, you know, the emperor's, it's emperor's finest hanging back in the building.
So they're all readied. And then we did some movement here. So we brought a intercessor up here.
Mm-hmm.
I brought another intercessor up here. And we are going to be charging with Brother Ranzel with his 2 wounds. He's going to charge here.
So he's going to be facing certain death by charging up, potentially, into my fighter over here. Now, my fighter can't do Overwatch because he doesn't have a gun. So, you know, I guess there's that benefit.
So we're looking for an 8-inch charge on 2d6.
Mm-hmm.
And he got a 4, so
All
he
right.
fails.
So he fails. Now, you can move if you want, but you don't have to. You can
I
also
think I'm
choose
going
not
to stay right where I'm at.
Got it. All right, end of my movement phase, and these brothers moved up. We've got this guy who moved from over here to over there. This one moved from over here to over there. They're going to try to lay down some fire. The Blight Launcher, he is sticking where he's at right now because he's living his best life for at least another, maybe a turn. We'll see. Leader's staying down here as well. And the other brother who was standing behind him has moved over there next to the fighter. And the fighter is now also going to try a charge, except he's not going to be charging the scout like the scout was going to do. He's going to try to charge that Primaris behind him. I need, I believe, 8 inches?
Yeah, it was 8, yep.
Yep, 8 inches. Let's see if we can make this happen. All right. Not a 3. Nope. Gonna just sit there and take it.
And then 2 shots for Overwatch.
Oh, right. Yeah, you get to fire. That's right. You've got a weapon.
A 4 and a 2, so 1 hit.
No, you only hit on 6s.
Oh, no
Overall.
hits.
Yep, no hits. All right. So now, shooting phase, turn 2. All right. Brother Pussrain here is going to try to do something before he dies, and he's going to pull it and fire that blight launcher. Again, not at the scout, but at the veteran Primaris there behind him, and see if we can do anything. We're within 12 inches, so we don't have to worry about that range restriction, but he is in cover. So we would normally need to hit on 4s, but because of the flesh wounds, going to need 6s. But if I hit, that'd be great, you know. No, I got a 5 and a 2, so he's not going to take it much longer. Forgot to mention in the last phase that I got advantage at the beginning of turn 2, so that's why my first guy fired first and did nothing. But now you've got, Josh, you've got a Primaris hiding back there in the building.
Sergeant Lorenzo is going to fire at the blight launcher. He's going to use the comm specialist to add 1 to basically negate cover.
Okay.
So he's at long range, 1 shot, hitting on a 4.
So normally it would be a 3, normally it would be a 5 really, but because of the comms ability, it's going to be a 4.
He got a 2, so he misses. I'm gonna command point.
You
that.
should probably, yeah, we should do that more often, and I think that's not a bad bet.
All right, and re-rolling, and that's a 2.
That's
It
another
was
2.
meant to miss.
Well, he's, you know, has he done much back there?
He has not. He's
Maybe
inspiring.
He's flummoxed by the building. All right, we're going to attempt something with our only other readied shooter in this turn, and that's going to be Lord Pustus the Curdled, our leader. He's going to fire his plasma gun over here at this particular Primaris veteran. He's going to fire twice because he's within 12 inches, and that means he's going to be hitting on 4s because of the cover. So 2 shots hitting on 4s. Dropped one on the floor, but I did get a 6.
2
and
hits.
a 5, so that's 2 hits. Now that's strength 7, so that's going to be 3s. 3s to wound. 2 wounds. All right, and it's AP minus 2, I believe, right? Plasma gun. Yep. Oh, AP minus 3. I'm sorry. So that means that you're going to need 6s to stop that.
No 6s.
No 6s. All right, so that's going to be 2 wounds. I did not overcharge, so we're looking at 1 each. And I roll to see what they do.
1 for cover.
So I need to, 1 through 4, you're going to be fine. Good, so just take flesh wounds. 1 through 4, so you got 2 flesh wounds on that guy. All right, this other scout over here, who's relatively unscathed, he's going to be firing a quite long distance shot, again, over here at Mr. Pussrain, and he's going to be, let's see, he
would need 5s. I'm going to use the Auspex from the Sergeant, so that'll drop that down to a 4.
So 1 shot needs to get a 4.
Got a 2. He missed.
A 2. He's not been doing well over there. All right, so now you're going to do some shooting with this heavy bolter scout up there, right?
The heavy bolter is going to shoot at the fighter here. He's within half range, and he is obscured by cover, so I'm going to add 1 or subtract 1 from my hit rolls. I'm looking for 4s.
Okay.
3 shots at a 4. All right, I got 2 hits.
All right.
Strength 5, toughness 5. I'm looking for 4s to wound.
All right.
I got a 1 and a 3.
Okay.
So no wounds.
No wounds. All right. So the fighter lives to fight another day. You gave up on Mr. Pussrain, right?
I had to.
All right, that's all the readied models who fired, and because I've got advantage this turn, I'm going to get to shoot the non-readied models first, and I'm going to start right here with one of the brothers, and he's going to fire and try to get rid of this sad scout. He's within half range, which means he gets to double tap with his bolt gun, and he needs to hit on 4s, normally 3s, but 4s because of cover. Let's see if I can make it happen. I missed with that one, but I hit with this one. So now I need a 4 to wound. And
3 wounds. He's got only a 4 up armor save.
What's that?
He's only... Oh, he's toughness 4. Never mind.
Yeah, there you go. I got you.
This intercessor here is going to
Which
fire...
one?
Here is
Yep.
going to fire at the fighter.
Okay.
He's within 15 inches, so he's going to get rapid fire.
Yep.
Also cover, hitting on 4s.
All right.
So 2 6s.
Oh,
those will
there you
hit.
go. Yep.
Strength 4 of the weapon. Toughness 5. Looking
You're
for
gonna need
5s. All right, so nothing.
All right.
He hits but doesn't wound.
We've got another of the Volgor brothers. This one's Rancidus right here, and he's going to also fire. He's within 12 again of the hapless scout, who is holding on his own, really. So he's going to be double tapping with his bolt gun, which means 2 shots. He's going to need 4s because of the cover. And let's see what we can make happen. We got a 6 and a 5. All right. So strength 4 versus toughness 4. I need 4s to wound. I got 1, and I dropped 1 on the ground. So here comes the next one. 2 4s. That's 2 wounds. All right. Now, AP minus nothing, so you just need to do your normal save for a scout.
All right, 4 up. 3 and 4, so 1 goes through.
1 goes through. Okay.
He takes another flesh wound.
Well, he might. We'll see. He's going to take, let's
Won't
see.
he die? Even
He
with a
very
flesh
well
wound?
possibly die. Well, no. Well, the flesh wound, yes, you're right. That's a good point, because you can only have, at the 3rd flesh wound, you go away. So no matter what happens here, a 1 even is still a 3rd flesh wound,
He's
and
dead.
he's finally gone off to the great beyond.
So I'm going to take this intercessor here, and I'm going to shoot once again up at the blight launcher to try to get him off the board.
Going back at the blight launcher again.
He's within 15 inches, so it's going to be 2 shots. He's in cover, so I'm looking for 4s.
Gotcha.
I got a 6 and a 6.
Oh, there
those
we
will
go.
both hit. Looking for 5s. Strength 4 versus toughness 5. I got a 6.
There we go,
That
that's
one
one.
will go through.
Okay, so I've got, let's see, a 3 up for my
And then -1 for AP1.
armor save. You're right, -1, AP1. 3's not going to do the job. Now I might die. Well, actually, I will die because I'm going to take a flesh wound
3rd save.
at the very least, and it's my 3rd, so he's gone. The blight launcher, Churlix Pusrain, has sadly passed on.
Cue the tubas.
I've only got 1 guy left to shoot, and that's Mac over here standing next to the fighter. And he's going to fire at this wounded Primaris right there, who's standing in cover. He's within 12, so he's going to get to double tap with his bolt gun. He's going to hit on 4s because of the cover. He's standing in cover, so we're giving him cover. So I need 2 4s to hit. I got boxcars, so that's pretty cool. And then we're going to need for that 4 versus 4, 4s to wound. And nothing, no wounds.
Command point.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. You're right. That's a good point. I should command point. So I'm going to command point one of these wounds and get a 1 as well. So that's pretty much the way it's meant to go.
So, you know how when you're using a camera, there's a button that you hit to start record, and it's the same button to stop. Quick show of hands, who here has ever thought they were recording but they weren't, and then the next time they hit the button to stop recording, they actually turned it on, and then the next time that they hit the button to stop recording, they actually turned it back on again, so they mostly recorded the stuff on the table, you know, because they set the camera down, but did not actually, record any of the scenes. Anyone? Just me? Cool. Okay. So with the new camera here, it's got a button in the back, and so I can just push the button, and I think I can even make it beep, and I think that's going to be important because pretty much lost the entire turn 3 shooting phase. I don't even know anymore. Or is it turn 2? I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to just show you some bits and pieces of the in-between shots. It's like free behind the scenes, right there, bonus footage. I think it gets back on track in the fight phase.
I'd be better off actually swinging, though, because I get +1 because I was charged for the red thirst.
Right.
Okay, so for moves, let's see what I want to do. I mean, I'm already in turn 3. I gotta like move up the board, but all this terrain that I've been able to take advantage of now is I've gotten as far as I can.
Sure.
I need to be out of cover to get further. I really should try to get rid of that dude there because he's controlling that objective.
Cool. So ready, and you got one. So you'll do
so
one, and then
I gotta
I'll do
try
all
to
of
take
mine.
something out with this round here.
Yeah.
Is he within 3? No, he's not. He's not going to get any bonuses this time. And I'm not within, 18. Is that
He's
your...
got a 36-inch range, doesn't he?
Yeah, so I'm trying to get 18.
Oh, yeah. Yep, got it.
So that's a stretch there. I don't think that's 18. This guy is that the plasma gunner?
Nope, this is the plasma
That's
gun.
the plasma
Leader's
gunner.
got the plasma gun on his back.
Oh, that's your leader too, huh?
Yep.
I think I'm going to shoot at this one because it gives me the least amount of modifiers.
Yep.
So we'll do 3 shots with the heavy gunner.
Hitting on 4s.
Let's see. Short range. Cover, yeah. So hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s because of...
Strength 5 versus toughness
And
5.
then AP 1 on the save.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
I gotta remember that too. All right.
I needed that to go better. I'm going to get shot full of holes here now with all those ready
very
dudes.
potentially, yeah. Oy, that sucked. All right.
Well, at least you didn't blow yourself up.
That's true.
I thought you were going to blow yourself up on that next roll. I thought that was almost inevitable.
Yeah. All right.
All right, so this guy is shot then?
Yep, so that's all of my readied, and you already did your readied, so now we go back to your first unread. Okay, cool. And then we go back to me, because I've still got this guy to shoot, and then everybody it'll be all yours.
Okay.
So now we go to the fight phase, and we've got my Plague Marine fighter. He's going up against this wounded Primaris Marine. He's got 3 attacks on the charge. I mean, he's got 3 attacks normally anyway, because he gets a +1 being the combat guy. So he's going to be hitting on 3s. Let's find some dice and see what we can get. Because of the Death of the False Emperor, if I roll any 6s, it's an extra attack. None of those, but I did get 2 hits. So I got a 4 and a 3. It's 2 hits. And my, I should have looked this one up, my Bubotic Axe gets Strength +1. And you can reroll wounds of 1.
So looking for 3s?
So I'm looking for 3s. Got a
of
3
them.
and a 6. Nice. So that's 2 wounds.
AP on that?
AP on that weapon is -2.
All right, so a 3-up armor save going to a 5 because of the AP.
Mm-hmm. 2
boxcars.
6s.
He saves.
That's a lucky Primaris. And now retaliation from this wounded Primaris back on my fighter. And let's see, he's got some sort of special things going on. Number 1, he's got the wounds issue going on.
But he will ignore that because of the transhuman physiology.
Correct. Yeah, so he's going to be then hitting on
Straight 4s.
straight 4s, and he'll be wounding on 4s because of the red thirst, because, you know.
That
blood
adds
angels,
1 to the wound characteristic.
if he got charged.
So
which he did.
Primaris has 2 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be swinging those, looking for 4s. 5 and a 6.
Nice,
And,
okay.
We're going to take these, and we're looking for 4s as well. And I got a 6, and I'm going to command point
Oh. That other one there.
this.
And take it and see what you can get.
Perfect. Another set of boxcars.
Oh my goodness, all right. So that's 2 wounds on me. My armor is going to be 3s. Because you don't have any AP on your
Nope.
weapon, right? So I got a 3
Both
and
save.
a 4 way over here. So yeah, he's safe for now, but that was a heck of a retaliation. I didn't expect that. And much like before, we're going to basically just skip the morale phase because each of us has only lost 1 fighter, which means that if we rolled a 6 and added 1 to it for the lost fighter, we would only get 7, and both of us have leadership of 7 or higher, so we don't have to worry about it. On to turn 4. All right, I won the advantage for turn 4, so Josh had to move first, and he's moved all of his guys. And why don't you explain what you did? I think that this guy stayed up in the tower. Again.
Everybody was in pretty good position for turn 4. So I readied 4 guys, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep.
And the remaining guy that I have left is going to throw his head into the ring and make a
do
charge.
a charge, right? Yeah. All right, so it's a pretty short charge. I'm going to say it's a 2-inch charge.
I think 11's going to do it.
11's going to do the job. Yeah, that'll definitely do it. So you'll be in charge with my fighter there, Mr. Bile Ripper. And yeah, excellent. Now it's time for me to move, and then we'll get into the shooting phase. All right, now the end of my movement phase. Most people, he's moved up a little bit. This guy over here has moved from the back end of this sandbag emplacement to over there. He's trying to get over towards number 3, but he's got an intercessor hiding around the shelf there. Over here, readied up. But everybody else decided to finally do some moving. Leader has moved out from his little hidey hole behind these barrels underneath this building, and he's going to see what happens there. This one has moved, this brother has moved over through here and is there, and then this last guy is now in a big fight because he's got 2 Primaris sort of up in his grill. So now we're going into the shooting phase on turn 4. All right, so the wounded brother over here, the vulgar brother, is going to fire at the Primaris hiding over there behind the building. He's going to get a little bit of cover over there. And also, I've got 1 flesh wound, but because of transhuman physiology, I don't have to worry about that for my shooting. So I'm within half range. I get to double tap with my bolt gun, and I'm going to be hitting on 4s. Let's see what we can do. Got a 4 and a 1. Yeah, I'm going to take that for now, so that's 1 hit, and I need a 4 to wound. There's my 4. So now you need and it's just a regular bolt gun, so you need a 3.
3 to save.
Yep.
I got a 5.
All right, so he loves it and bounces it off. And that's the only guy that I've got that's readied. Now we're going to head over to Primarisville, where we've got a bunch of readied.
All right, the first of the readied Blood Angels, I'm going to shoot from here over to this Plague Marine and try to shoot him off this objective.
All right.
It's going to be 2 shots for rapid fire.
Yep.
Hitting on 4s because of cover. Mm-hmm. I got a 1 and a 2, so that'll end that.
All right, there you go.
All right, so this scout here is going to fire at this Plague Marine out in the open.
The other brother who's just decided to run out there.
He's right for the picking, so
Indeed.
It's going to be 2 shots at short range.
Yep.
Going to need 3s to hit. I got a 5 and a 1.
Okay.
Due to your toughness 5, I'm going to need a 5 to wound.
Yep.
And he gets it.
All right.
So the AP dash, that's going to be a regular armor save.
So I need a 3 up. Got a 5. So what do we got next?
All right, so Sergeant Lorenzo here is going to fire downrange at the wounded Plague Marine.
Got him.
He is going to use the benefit from the comm specialist here to basically negate his cover save. So we're going to be hitting on 3s, 2 hits.
Oh, yeah.
And wounding on 5s.
Because of the strength 5, or toughness 5, sorry.
We got 1 wound.
1 wound. All right, so now and what's the AP?
AP 1.
AP minus 1, so I need a 4 or better, which I don't get. All right, so.
You got your resilient save.
Yep, got my disgustingly resilient, which is a 5/6, which I get a 3. So that's going to be another potential flesh wound or a potential out of game. Now he's in cover, so it's basically 1 through 4, but because he already has a flesh wound, it goes back to 1 through 3. That makes a flesh wound. Anything over that.
So you got a 1.
Got a 1, so that's another flesh wound. Takes him to 2. Still hiding amongst the building windows is the scout with the heavy bolter. What's he going to do?
So being the last readied model that I have, he is going to fire the heavy bolter at the Plague Marine that is sitting out in the open.
Gotcha.
He's in short range. He's going to hit on 3s. 2 hits. I'm going to command point that.
Oh, bold move.
And still miss.
I gotcha.
Strength 5, toughness 5.
Means
Gonna need
4s.
4s. I got a 3 and a 6.
So that's 1 that gets through.
And AP 1.
AP 1, so I need a 4 to take my armor save.
All right.
Which I get a 4. All right, so we're done with all the readied shooting, and now we're back to regular shooting, and I get to go first. And my leader here with the plasma gun is going to fire across the street at our friend over here, the Primaris, hiding by the corner of the building. And I'm not feeling saucy in this turn, so we'll be not overcharging the plasma weapon.
Just do it.
Yeah, well, that's what you'd think. But so, you know what? Heck, it's getting close to the end. I'm going to do it. So yeah, we'll overcharge it. Why not? So he's going to fire 2 shots because of the rapid fire, and he's going to be firing, he's going to be hitting on 3s because it's within half range, and that guy's not in cover from my leader over here.
Wounding on 2s.
And wounding on 2s. I got a 2 and a 6. I'm going to spend a command point and get saucy with it. Take it there. Oh, there we go. All right, so that's 2 in there. And now I'm going to wound on 2s. Ugh, well, I got 1. So that's AP minus 3.
Is it overcharged 3 or is it 4?
Nope, it's still 3.
Okay.
It's just it does 2 damage.
Okay, so we're looking for a 6.
Yep.
Do not get it.
Do not get it. All right. So that is 2 damage that you're going to take.
So the Primaris will take this first wound, and then he will roll on the wound chart for the second.
Right. Yep.
Well, you roll the wound.
Yeah, I rolled a wound. Yep. So that's going to be, he's not in cover, so 1 through 3, he gets a flesh wound.
He's
But on
dead.
a 6, he's dead.
He's
All
blown
right.
away.
First guy to finally get just taken out outright. Excellent. All right. So that's going to change some things, I think, morale-wise in the future. I'm glad the leader finally did something good. All right, this brother up here, this is Mac, if I remember correctly. He's going to be doing some shooting, and he's going to fire up at that scout hiding behind those sandbags. He's within double tap range, so that means he fires twice, and he's going to be hitting on 4s because of the cover. Let's see if we can make it happen. Got a 3 and a 5, so I'll take that. That's 1 hit, and he'll be wounding on 4s. And I got a 4, so that's a wound. AP 0, so you've
Save
got
on a
your
4.
normal 4-up save, which
Got a
he
4.
makes. All right, that Scout's really getting through there. All right, my last shot of this particular round, and we've got this guy hiding way back here in the crater by the sandbags, firing way over there at the Primaris leader. He's over double range, or he's over half range, which means he only gets to shoot once, and he has to hit on 4s. And I got a 3, so that's not going to do it. All right, so now it's time to start the combat, and we've got this Blood Angel Primaris who's charged, so he gets to go first against my Plague Marine fighter.
So the veteran first with 2 attacks. He's going to be hitting on 4s. 1 and a 2. I'm going to re-roll one of those.
Yeah, I think it's not a bad idea.
And I got a 1.
All right.
He whiffed.
That's not good. All right, and so starting the regular fighting phase, and again, since I have initiative or advantage or whatever, my bubonic fighter right there is going up against this Primaris because that guy's already wounded and he hasn't attacked yet, so I'd like to take him out, hopefully, before he gets to retaliate. So I have 3 attacks. I'm going to be hitting on 3s and wounding on, I forget, something low.
4s.
All right, that's 3 hits. So we got 3 hits, and I'm wounding on
4s.
4s, is it? The bubonic axe
you
is
have an
plus 1.
axe.
Yep, the bubonic axe is plus 1.
3s.
So 3s, that's what I thought. I got 2 3s. I got a 4 and a 3.
That was AP.
AP minus 2.
All right, looking for 5s. A 5 and a 5.
Good
He's
lord,
hanging
a
in
5
there.
and a 5. All right, so just more slap fight, as it turns out. And now the retaliation, on the retaliation, we've got the wounded Primaris.
So the last one is going to be 2 attacks. He's going to be hitting on 3s. He got 1, and he's going to be wounding on 5s. Nothing.
Nothing. All right. So again, more slap and tickle over here in the streets, and we're going to be checking our morale and then heading into the last turn, turn 5. All right, so morale, and my brother over here is not going to be able to do anything. He's not having to worry about it because there's only 1 guy missing from my team, and so even if I rolled a 6 plus the 1 guy who's dead, that'd be it. So, however, the Primaris have lost 2, so we've got this wounded Primaris here. On a 6, he could get shaken.
And it's a 4.
He's a 4, so he's happy. All right, we've got movement turn 5, and again, I won initiative / advantage, and so this scout's staying here. He's going to be readied. Mr. Scout up in the building with the heavy bolter, who's not been real successful recently. He's staying there as well, but there's a bunch of shenanigans going on over here, which we wanted to make sure to show you.
So this wounded Primaris here is going to fall back onto this objective.
Objective 3, okay.
Let's bring him 6 inches back onto that terrain.
Oh. And he brings his wound with him. And then you're going to try to charge with that fellow.
Then the sergeant is going to charge
What's that range, like 7, 6?
That is going to be a 5-inch charge.
5-inch. I'm bad at the numbers. All right, so we've got a 5-inch charge.
That I cannot afford to fail. That should do it.
That should definitely do the job. 9 inches is definitely better.
He's going to come in and swing the lumber.
He's going to come right in and swing some lumber, and yeah, that's cool.
That's going to be it.
That's the movement phase, and now we'll do my movement phase and then move on to shooting. All right, my movement phase. This wounded brother, Brother Vorgol, whatever his name is, Volgor, he's staying here, and he's just going to contest or hold on to Objective 1. This brother moved up and is heading over towards Objective 3 in this other Primaris, and he's going to try to contest. Hopefully we'll get rid of that Primaris, and then that'll be good. The leader over here, Lord Pustus, he's right there by 2, and he's good. And then our last brother, Mac, over here, has moved over. He's not within 1 inch of either of those guys, but he is within 3 inches of that contested, I can't even see it, so many guys are standing on it. The thing right there, the objective. And I don't know what he's going to do. He's obviously not shooting these dudes, and he's not shooting him, but he'll shoot somebody in the shooting phase. So this is Brother Malignus Volgnor, and he's wounded, but he has transhuman physiology, so he's only going to have 1 of those flesh wounds affecting him. But he's also going to be firing at a guy in cover over here. Even though he's standing on cover, we're saying he's in cover. So that Primaris who we're trying to get out of there, he's going to take 2 shots from Malignus, and he's going to be hitting on 5s. Let's see if we can make it happen. No, we can't. So I'm going to use one of my rolls. Command roll. There's a 6. Got him. All right, so that's going to be a hit, and to wound, he needs to 4 up. There's a 5. It's almost in focus. There we go. So that's that, and your armor is going to be 3 up.
5. Got it.
Sad face.
The scout here with the heavy bolter is going to be firing at the Plague Marine that is controlling that objective.
Way over here.
It's going to be 3 shots. It's going to be hitting on 4s because of the cover, and it'll be wounding on 4s. And re-rolling 1s because of the sniper ability.
Gotcha.
All right, so we got 2 hits.
2 hits.
Wounding on 4s.
1 wound.
I am going to re-roll that.
Okay.
And so
again.
1.
There you go. Okay, so that's 1 hit, but it's strength 5, toughness 5, so that means I need...
AP 1.
Oh, and AP... Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
I already wounded.
You already wounded, sorry, you're right. AP 1, so I need a 4, which I get.
Tubas.
All right, my leader is going to whip out the plasma again that he's got strapped to his back. Sadly, his target way across the street is just outside of 12, so I'm not going to get to double tap. I'm going to take an extra difficult kind of to hit. I'm going to be hitting on 5s. And I only get to shoot once, and I'm not going to overcharge because I don't have a thing.
Do it.
I don't have a command roll, so I'm only going to be able to hit him on a 5, which I get a 6. All right, now, wound on a 3. And I get a 1.
Good.
I don't get to re-roll that or anything, do it? No, that's a real bummer. It's getting down to wing and a prayer time. What's going on now?
So this scout with the bolt rifle here is going to be throwing a Hail Mary.
Bolt gun, which means only a 24-inch range, but he's going to be firing all the way over there.
He just needs to get 1 shot through.
Yeah, 1 shot.
Hitting on a 5. He got it.
All right.
Wounding on a 5.
Yep, that's going to be the hard one.
He got it.
Oh, my goodness.
He didn't.
Oh. All right, so that's all the ready to fire, and the only guys who are left to shoot are my guys. So I'm going to start with this brother over here who's trying to get this guy off of the 3rd objective. That Primaris needs to go away. So I'm within short range. I'll be double tapping with my bolt gun, and I'll be hitting on 4s because he's in cover. And here we go. I got a 5 and a 2, but at least that's one thing. Now, wounding on 4s. It's a 3, and I don't have any more.
Stormtrooper shooting over here.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so this is my last hope. This is Mac Volgar, and he is, again, going to be firing, double tapping his trusty bolt gun into this resilient, frankly, Primaris Marine. And again, he needs 4s to hit, which I don't get. I get a 2 and another 2 on a white piece of paper. Dang it. So that's the end of the shooting phase, and we've really only got the one charge coming in here, and that's the charge from the Sarge.
So the Sergeant is going to be coming in with 3 attacks. He is going to hit on 3s. I'm going to re-roll one of those.
Oh, okay.
All right, so 2 hits. He's going
hits.
to be wounding on 4s because of his Red Thirst.
Red Thirst will make it 5 versus 5.
That is 2.
2.
2 wounds.
All right, 2 wounds.
AP dash.
Okay.
Regular armor saves.
Regular armor save, my 3 up. Let's see, let's hope we get something. Got a 5 and a 4. All right, and now my fighter is going to be going up against not the Sergeant, but the other guy, because that guy hasn't attacked yet. I get 3 attacks because I'm a fighter with a base 2, +1 because of the combat ability. I've got my Bubotic Axe, which gives me +1 to strength, but I got to hit first, so I need to get 3 3-ups. Well, 2 3-ups will work, so I got that going for me, which is nice. Now to wound, I have strength +1 with that axe, which means that I wound on 3-ups. And I don't get any.
You command point that one.
I'm going to totally command point that one and re-roll one of those. Come on. Nope, still 2. Evidently, we just don't want to make this stop over here.
Sergeant slap fight.
Exactly. So this is the last conflict pretty much of the game. That Primaris back there, he's going to be fighting against my fighter, and he really needs him to go away.
So it's going to be 2 swings.
Because he doesn't get the Red Thirst on this one because there was no charging. Yep.
It's hitting on 3s. And he missed both of them.
Missed, and you've already used your thing. So
that will conclude the fight phase.
Yeah, that's pretty much about the end of that. So we're going to go into morale. There's a possibility that this guy could, well, not really.
Well, let's roll and see what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
A 3.
Not
He's
doing
good.
it. No. All right, well, we're going to count up points and see how it goes. All right, after some very quick math, this objective is mine, so I get 3 points for that. This objective, number 1, is mine, so I get 3 points for that. This objective is contested, so nobody. And this one is also contested, so nobody. So I've got 6, and plus I killed 2 of his Primaris, and Josh killed 1 of my Death Guards, so it is an 8 to 1. It did not work out as well as the Primaris would have hoped. The Death Guard are very resilient, and that is a big benefit. They don't have the wounds like the Primaris do, but man, it can be a tough one. And it's also one of those situations about trying to get to the last objective, like, at the last turn and kind of doing that thing. I think that there might have been a benefit if it would have been holding the objectives and counting every turn. Maybe we'll make up our own scenario in the future for something along those lines.
All right, so
yeah, it's been it was 8 to 1 when we finally counted up all the points.
Somewhat of a bloodbath.
Well, I mean, not too many guys died really. Like I lost 1 dude. I lost the blight launcher, and you lost 2 Primaris. Your scouts lived, right?
Well, one of them died.
That's right.
The one guy I had that had a weapon.
Right. The early one who was on top of the tank. He did eventually, but he soaked a lot of damage.
My original knife guy died immediately,
right
before doing anything.
Yeah, that's true. But then, that heavy bolter. I love the heavy bolter in Kill Team normally, but it didn't do a ton of work here.
I think for it to be effective, I think you need to hit with it.
Well, that is helpful. Yeah, no, definitely both of us could have been a little bit more effective if we would have hit a little bit more. The game itself definitely changes when you start using a lot more of the stratagems and all that other stuff. But this was basically, like you said earlier, just knocking the cobwebs off and kind of, stuff like that. Because you've been a 40k player for a long time, and this is 40k-ish, but you haven't played a ton of 8th edition.
The rules are similar, but very different.
I mean, strength, toughness, wounds, all that stuff's pretty easy for us, but getting it all together into the slight modifications that Kill Team does is kind of a thing. And so, hopefully you enjoyed this. There's probably going to be things out of focus, I'm sure. There's going to be rules we missed and things like that. Let us know down below.
We can't wait.
Yeah, absolutely. But it helps us learn, and I don't know. I'm going to keep trying to do this and see how it works out. I've got already some ideas in my head about things that I might try to change in the future going forward. But thanks for watching, and hopefully something like this is something that you enjoy. If you're into battle reports, I've had people ask me for a long time for battle reports. Here's one. We'll see for good or for ill.
From two very competitive, very seasoned gamers.
Super competitive seasoned gamers. You're definitely right. So this, honestly, you can't pay for this kind of tactics, I'm sure.
No, you definitely don't want to pay for these tactics.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. So learning, as the big doofus in that video said, it's a learning game. It's a learning process, this whole battle report thing. It wasn't great, but it was a first try, and second try will probably be better, and then third try hopefully after that, and so on and so on. So let me know down in the comments below. I know that there was rule stuff that we got all gibbered at one point. Obviously there's that whole turn 3 fiasco. Less said about that by me, the better. So anyway, like I said, gonna change things. All those little title screens in between, those are all work in progress. Pretty much the whole thing's work in progress. So next one will be coming probably in about a month. I probably won't be doing these super frequently. Maybe like once a month. We'll see how it goes. Maybe it'll go more down the road as I get better at it. A little bit more streamlined. But yeah, so there you go. Earlier I called it my first battle report. Technically I've done a battle report in the past with moderator Matt and Sam playing Rec Age, but this is the first kind of long form, kind of slightly more traditional battle report. And I hope that you at least partially enjoyed it, and let me know what I can do better in the future.